Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to yet another episode of Fall of the Dungeon Guardians. So last episode we finally defeated our nemesis almost, the elite skeleton champion guy. And I think if I hadn't reloaded a save game, then his corpse would be here and I would be standing on it victoriously. But we can't do that, so we must go on. So this level we've done a lot of things. We've defeated the Zombie King, the end boss of the level. We defeated Spider Queen, which was an elite but almost counts like a boss as well. We defeated two of the Beholders, the elites. We defeated two of the champions, the skeleton champions. But we still don't have a map. So I'm assuming... Now, we've cleared a lot of the area already. I mean, there's not a lot of places left to go to. But I still have to find the map. And that's gonna help me find the exit. Hey. We could go up there and something is unpausing me. That is good. Skeleton footman. Okay, we can spare some double shots on them. Let's just blast shadow balls and then put that one up and then their faces. They have mages in the back. I think I'm gonna make them priorities. Also, in the settings, it's something I forgot to turn on last time and cover in my review of the daily patches. You can, under the interface options, there's a setting to show digital cooldowns. That's actually, I'll just show you. So there's digital cooldowns under the GUI scaling options, which shows you the cooldowns on effects and things like that when it will be available. Probably also just how much. Oh no, the bottom of course is queuing, and the top is just how long the cooldown is gonna last, which is very useful if you want to chain abilities and useful things like that. For example, I probably want to mix Soul Suck with Eat My Flesh, but it's always been very hard to gauge when things would be ready, because you just have to estimate how much of the shadow was still remaining for the cooldown, and read tooltips, but the tooltips don't always show when things are back on cooldown. It probably depends on how much time there's remaining and things like that. So this way it's clear, because you can just see what's happening. Let's see that arcane ball. I think mages can heal, so I'm gonna not interrupt the arcane ball. I'm just gonna interrupt the first heal I see. And my upstairs neighbors decided to make some noise. So, background audio of this episode is also partially sponsored by my upstairs neighbors. Thank you, neighbors. Alright, let's get this battle started. Doing a lot of damage here. He's even attacking with a wand. That one is also attacking with a wand. There's no heals. Am I misremembering? Well, either way, we can queue up some more attacks. I mean, in terms of healing, it's good, so I can just continue with the Soul Suck. Yeah, and here it's very good to see. I mean, the cooldown on both Rend and Thunderclap, the shadow is the same degree, but this one has 2.7 seconds remaining, this one has 4 seconds remaining, and that's most likely because I just did a Rend, and Rend has a very low cooldown, so it's only affected by basically the global cooldown. That's the limiting factor here. While Thunderclap, it has a 12-second cooldown, so it always takes a bunch of time. So I can... It's also interesting that this as well available in 3. Oh, that's of course 2.7 rounded up, and this is 4. Oh, okay. So this might be useful to use the same rounding. So if this is 2.7, then the available in the tooltip should probably also say 2.7 to avoid a confusion. That's it. Anyway, let's get murderizing. Okay, so we lost the first target, and we switch to the second one. I like that you can just switch the target with tab without actually having to re-click them, because you click on the model itself, so it's really hard to actually attack the backliners. So doing it with tap is pretty terrific. Okay, take one of these afterwards, and then go back to this. And we should be able to murderize most of them. Also, the mages have mana. That's a detail I've missed before. So they are not actually attacking anyone? Why? Oh, I do need to click it. Dang. Skeleton Mage. Okay. Click D, click D. QT, QT. Okay, if all you're gonna do is use a wand attack to kick you. I mean, the mage is waiting for more mana. That much is obvious. So that's actually nice to see a game where the enemies have mana and they can be interrupted and they can actually burn through their mana that way. And you can legitimately use that rather than monsters just having infinite casting of their abilities and being on a restricted timer. I wonder if that's a detail I missed before, and that might apply to, say, boss fights. That would be pretty cool. Let's see what did we just find. Level 3 Superior, Padded Robe of the Fever Flame. It's got 2 mods on it. Have a look. We got blue things that have 2 mods. We have so a rare or a superior. It's hard to gauge what's better. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so this is level 3. Most of the other guys have a level 1, so this should be an upgrade for someone. The question becomes, what do I want to drop for it? Our Dark Elf is gonna gain a lot out of this. 5 extra awareness, which, as you recall, increases spell power, mana, and expertise. Which I already completely forgot what it did. Okay. Well, we'll just assume expertise is a good thing. But it's, the most important thing there is extra damage. We gain 4 armor, we gain 28 haste. We already have some haste. So 61 plus 8, that's gonna be it's gonna be a nice boost. It's not gonna be the end of the world, let's see. 16%. So global cooldown drops to 5 seconds. Given that I've got 3 abilities that I'm cycling through, having a lower global cooldown is actually useful for just chain casting the effects faster and just guaranteeing a better uptime of abilities. It's also going to burn through mana a lot faster. So we lose a bit of crit, and I think for the Warlock I wanted to go into a crit direction, so let's have a look for our Necromancer. We lose agility, that's not really a big deal. Because agility, it's primarily for damage dealing. It affects crit and dodge, so it's a bit nice to have, but it's not something that I primarily look for. 5 extra awareness is gonna boost the soul suck, probably. It's now 12. If we equip it, it becomes 13. So that's more healing. More healing, always good. So let's continue the comparison. We lose some stamina, we lose some armor. We gain 28 haste. That's pretty big, actually. I mean, this ability still has a 6-second cooldown, so it's not that big. But it means we can probably just better chain Eat My Flesh and Soul Suck, because now they are more or less on similar timers, so there's no cooldown window in between. And we lose some of the expertise, which again, I have no clue what it does. Ah, it's listed here, it's a melee thing. Lowers the chance to be parried. Okay, I couldn't care less, because I'm not doing... Actually, I think technically Soul Suck might be weapon based. It's melee range. Okay, so I actually do care, because if they parry, I don't suck their soul out, so I don't do damage. But haste, it's very good. Okay, so this one is probably going to be a good boost to our shadow. Lose some crits, gain a bunch of other stats. Again, it's difficult to see if the trade-off here is useful. I mean, hit chance, crit chance, they're both pretty good. Actually, you got more than 100% chance to hit things. So losing the hit chance, not a big deal. Now it's almost 100. Crit chance, it's 3%. But all the other defensive mods are useful to have. The choices. It's tough making choices. Okay. Let's have a look at what we got here. It's dark, it's gloomy, and there might be items here. Look, it's a bow. Or it's a crossbow even. It's a finer crossbow of the lion. That's obviously only going to be for this guy. Okay, we gain 10 strength, 9 agility, we lose some stamina and haste. Well, actually we lose a bunch of haste, but we do gain a bunch of DPS and damage per shot. So if we have a look at, let's just say instinct shot, 23. Equip it. It becomes a 36. This is pretty huge. Okay, DPS is gonna be on par. So I'm just exchanging bigger hits for less hits per time. So that's a pretty good trade-off, and the DPS seems nicely balanced. Extra strength and agility though means I gain a bonus to parry, which I don't think I can do because I don't have a melee weapon. And I mean, agility boosts attack power and crit chance and dodge. So in the defensive thing, if we switch to the crossbow, you see the parry and the dodge jump up a bit, and you see me lose about 45 life due to losing a lot of stamina. Also, what's up with the haste? That's 6% right now. That was 17, okay. So, this is nice. It has longer range, that's interesting. So the crossbow has a 15 meter range rather than a 12 meter range. Also it attacks slower, so it's going to build charges less fast. On the other hand, it's going to hit like a truck. Especially with double shot. Okay, I'm just going to try it for a while. Keep the old bow on probation. This is definitely a bad one now. I think this is also something I tried. So all the items that are just older, that are not necessarily strict downgrades, just keep. This is a bit of a odd looking wars, just the lighting. I feel like it should be clickable. Well, it's not. Okay. Well, I mean, this room, coming into it, it felt like there would be more. This does stick out visually compared to the rest of the room. Okay, I can't find anything. Let's continue the search. I'm just wandering around a central room, aren't I? That's the structure here, yeah. Okay, so I'm wandering around a central room. That's good. That means I got the basic structure recognized now, and then there are the splits into all directions that split even further. Down here, is this where I was fighting the Spider Queen? Yeah, this is where the Spider Queen was, okay. Just have to pay attention not to fall into any of these nasty they're not even cracks, they're just big gaping holes in the floor. Okay, we have a big spider patrolling here. Prepare for trouble. Make it singular. So, single target, so we can just stack up all the things. Okay, backstab the spider. Or at least suck its soul out. Open up a thunderclap, rend thunderclap. Here, go. Yes, we are in battle. Poisonous spits, interrupt that. Okay, yeah, okay. We managed to establish aggro, that's good. Okay, just go. Having issues holding aggro, let's force it for now. And just re-establish the aggro. Or just basically give myself some time. Just keep queuing abilities. Same here. It's also interesting to see that this one's actually going to be available earlier. Maybe I should just DQ one of these. Yeah, like so. There's no extreme healing needed, so flash. My flash is not a relevant skill in this regard. Okay, so I'm really just out damaging my tank here. Which is not a good thing in general. It's definitely not a good thing. Okay, so let's DQ that one, put this one up on you, and then suck souls. Okay, spider down. Wait, this was just a dead end room? Nothing here. Ah, there. Mana potion. Okay. So, Spider Queen was over there. More stuff also over there. Okay, let's head back to the central room. Actually, just stick to the side. This seems like okay. This is going to a different side. So nothing there. What's over here? Hey, there's a locked gate. Multiple locked gates even. This might be the exits. Brass key. Yes. Is this the map? No, it's an amulet. Okay. What to do? Awareness, willpower, and crit chance. That seems like a good thing for a caster, because willpower equals mana regen. Also means block. It's a little bit of awareness. Actually tempted to give this to the healer. Though I would lose out on some haste. The awareness and willpower is going to be useful. See, 13 HP. That's still 13 HP. Okay. It's a slight increase though. I mean my flash is 28 now rather than 27. Losing more health. That might become an issue. 38 HP. Let's see if we swap it. It's 35 HP. Let's see. What if we took some of your... If we gave you haste? I mean, stamina stays the same and I just exchange 15 dodge for 26 haste. Is that going to be useful? I mean, dodge is already at 12.7%, so I lose 2.4. I gain 5% haste, so global cooldown becomes 5.71. So attacks go faster, which means I also alternate faster, basically because I'm alternating between two attacks anyway. Might be useful. Let's try it and once again put it on probation. Okay, so this is all old crap that for some reason I'm still hanging on to. This also falls under that. This is the recently discarded stuff. Okay, at least we found the exit. Then that's probably the next level. So that's level 4. Maybe we can find the map here. Oh look, it's a dead end. Usually dead ends mean things to kill. Ah, look, it's a evil watcher. How cute. Ooh, that's a good timing on the interrupt here. Healing. Just stack the soul suck. There we go. I like how the AoE attacks that the lights are dynamic, so every thing that has a lot of particle effects going on actually just lights up the room a little bit. Focus, focus, focus. Doing a lot of damage with the firebolt. Okay, and we are out of queued abilities. Sure. 10 second cooldown. That means Rend is up next and then a thunderclap. This one still has 2 queued up. Make a third out of it. We can probably do another shutterball. And then we start with the torment. Let's see. And, mix a targeted heal in between. Yeah, because this is definitely getting into scary life territory. I'm not sure if... Can I switch mid-combat? Excellent. So, yeah. So we got a little bit of more dodge back. That's good. That I've got more use for that than the haste right now. Okay, we can queue that one up. Let's see. Keep feeding the beasts. That guy is hurting. Well, we can interrupt another one of his attacks, which is very, very useful. So we're slowly losing aggro, which I'm actually fine with right now. Just do a little bit of off-tanking while we get our damage back. So let's not do that. Fall back to Rend. Just do that 2 times in a row and then we do it on the clap. It's slightly inefficient, but there's going to be auto attacks in between and we always have taunt as a panic thing in between. Kill jab, that went to him, good. See, firebolt still going at Gerald, still fine with that. Okay. Okay, this might be getting tougher. Heal one of these up, give you some health. It's so tricky that when the thing runs out that you have a heal, but it's so easy to miss that it actually happened. Joel's gonna go down. Oh, we missed. That's even better. That gives you some opportunity to land a heal, and we are good. I should probably go down before the next hit comes in. Nostril, level 4. So, let's do a leveling up first. So, what did we get? Okay, Soulsuck is maxed. So the chosen one makes the final heal of Seal of Necromancy better. Thing is, I don't really want it to run out, because it's really at odds with how you want to use it. I'm sure there's an interesting gameplay mechanic in the fact that there are 2 passive points that you can put into it to actually make it matter. Might mean that yeah, there's different things you can do with it, but right now it feels the risk of letting it run out and forgetting about it and missing a soul suck, for example. Yeah, just not worth it. So let's see. Dark Arts. Gain 10% more mana. Not really an issue. It's always nice to have more mana, and it's only a problem in really long boss fights, but it's not really a critical issue. So feels like a bit like I'm just having to waste points here to advance in the tree. Let's see, what do we get for 4 points? Soul Eater. Damages the target for 36 HP over 16 seconds and heals you for triple that amount. Ooh, it's a personal heal. So you can do a couple of Eat My Flesh and then you do a Soul Eater. Especially since it's got a 10-second cooldown, it's gonna be part of a cycle. Also means it's gonna suck more mana, so yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's Dark Arts this. On the other hand, I mean, I could pick up 1 point in something else to get access to a direct heal in another class. A quick and expensive heal, for example. 37 HP. That's pretty nice to just mix in between. First point, and the second point would get a heal over time. Druid, that's a 44 HP. Wait. So this one is 21 mana. You get 37 HP for it. This one is 44 HP for 32 mana. So this is actually a lot less efficient than this one. Though this has a casting of half a second and this is 1.5 seconds. So the quick but expensive doesn't make sense because it's actually cheaper than this one. Okay, what's the secondary point in a druid? Heals the target for 36 over time. When it ends, it gets another insta heal, can be stacked multiple times. That's actually pretty nice for keeping someone alive. Let's see, last incantation. Heals the target for 100 HP over time. When it's finished, Seal of Necromancy. Carrier is healed, okay. If there's no heal, okay. So this is also heal over time, so you do get him eventually, but the Necromancer is a bit more selfish than the other ones in that it's pretty good at keeping itself alive. This is also pretty decent. Just lower the damage you take. Whole party has a 5% chance to restore 3% of his total mana anytime you do damage with Soul Suck. Ooh, I really like this one. Open buffet. Also interesting. So you have a more efficient heal. Okay, so this is interesting. Basically, do I want to spend a point to pick up a efficient heal in another class? Or do I just want to boost my own class to get access to the lower tiers? Because next up I can go for Power from the Dead Kingdom, which is going to be very good for as a synergy with the Warlock. Because the Warlock needs mana like a car needs gasoline. Okay, so let's go with this choice. What's the ring we picked up? Stamina, agility, and hit chance bonus. That does sound like an archer thing, being agility based and all that. It's a level 3 ring, the other one is level 2. doesn't really offer an upgrade. The hit chance for our melee is better actually. If we equip this over the just the monkey ring. In one of them. Hey, I'm not understanding the tooltip here, am I? Strength and agility. This is agility and stamina. So that's why it's a drop-in replacement for that. Well, mostly. Okay, then we get to this one and we can drop an agility for some stamina, which is actually a pretty decent trade-off. Now we get to the silver ruby ring of the marksman. Agility and hit chance. We could trade that in for 2 stamina and an agility. And this being an off tank, it might actually be useful to boost our health a little bit. Did I pick the right one? Seems like it did. Yes. I mean, hit chance is still pretty decent. Over 100% against your own level. Okay, let's see what's here. Let's check this out. Oh, the map. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, I was right. I explored most of the levels. So there's some manholes here. It's also to the sides over there. This might be the ambush room that I got into, didn't I? Oh no, that's over here. This is where I entered. Then this is the path I had to run over. I was getting ambushed from both sides. So I actually went back and killed those guys, and there was a door blocking it to prevent me from going there. Which I can actually pretty easily get to, see if I can open up the door. On the other hand here, there's just rooms, square rooms most likely that just walked through, nothing special on the sides. There's something here that looks like a hidden room. Okay. And then the exit is most likely to be... Oh no, I already explored the exit of course, didn't I? Interesting. So many staircases. Ah, this is where we connect back to the previous level. I like it. So this way, if I ever wanted to go back for some reason, I have a way to do it. But that's not going to be necessary for now. Okay, we're back upstairs. Let's have a quick run to see if we can backstab some enemies. Okay, so rooms like this, basically you need to walk into every nook and cranny to auto-map it. Let's see, this is gonna be the transition to the next level. Yep, okay, not taking that step just yet. Just highlighting it on the map this way. So that's kill a couple. This episode's gonna be slightly longer than before, but I think we can just mostly clear up the loose ends here before we move on. Backstab, all the things, double shots, shadow ball. Open up with a thunderclap. This one. Let's see. So this one, it does a damage over time and heals me. So I don't want to insta use it. Eat my flesh. Oh, actually, this is gonna scale over time, isn't it? So just do one of these, then do one of these. And I can apply this to multiple targets. That's also going to be useful. And then if I cast Eat My Flesh in between, this is just going to continue ticking with heals. So that's okay. Okay. Heal. Yes, interrupt the heals. So these mages do heal. So, Q1 another one of those up. Q another one of those up. Aggro seems firmly established. Let's see. Mage, yes. And he's out of mana, so their mage can't really do much anymore. Which is a good thing. So, Rend then, Thunderclap. See, this one is gonna be done soonish. Also, interesting thing is you don't really want to do this too much on smaller targets because it's 16 seconds. Most enemies don't live for 16 seconds. So there's a very interesting trade-off there. I mean, it's not like it jumps over to other targets on death. That would actually be nice for dots to move over to a, even if it's just a random target in the same group. That would be a nice buff. Also, we're getting some damage over here. That's not quite what I was going for. Okay, we killed something. Oh, we killed the guy in front. And mage. Let's just stack the soul suck. It's good enough for small fights like this. Mage is just gonna die in the crossfire, so I don't really care. Just stack more things. Also, he's almost there. So we can kick this next swing. Yeah, kick the next swing. So, fire to that one, and it's just gonna go down. Sweet. So we got a helmet, guard helmet. That's leather. Yeah, so that's not for our tank, because it's just too light. Let's see, extra strength, agility, lose some willpower against armor, lose some crits. Let's see, what's the effect on the damage? Lose a little bit of DPS. And it's a bit of strength and agility. It's not really that great by itself. Just did more. Yeah, whatever. Okay, next. Ooh, mana potion. Don't have enough of those yet, of course. I mean, life potions, on the other hand, got 0 of those. I think this game is just secretly evil. Like a lot of roguelikes and such are. They always give you the things that you don't need, and they never give you the things that you do need. Just because they can. Okay, so this was a lever that we could only open from one side. Okay, let's explore this corridor. I think this is the crossfire alley. Oh, another door. Someone really didn't want me to go here. So did I completely fail at one of the entrances? Yeah, that's okay. So that one is now open, but there is a thing over there that just locks it again. But we are gonna backstab everybody. Well, everybody that's still alive, that is. Because we can. This one up, that one up, that one, that one. suck out their souls. Let's just do single target shots. Let's see, there's one guy remaining. Let's put a soul suck on him. Soul eater, sorry. Let's see, no swirlies, so no loot. Hello there, archers. Let's repeat our previous exercise. Let's interrupt the low attack of one of them. Because we can. Then we switch targets. Oh, that's actually earlier than I had expected it to. Okay, let's see, once again, no swirlies, so we can just move on, another group, let's see, one, okay, let's be more optimistic, just one double shot before one of them keels over, Soul Suck, do that twice, then Soul Eater on the last guy, go. Okay, next up. Let's grab aggro again. We got him. Okay. Not sure if the secrets showed on the map, though. I think they didn't. Or I think they did. Okay, so this is more than enough coverage. So yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back to the exits, and then that's been long enough. So next episode we finally move on. Wait, this is the entrance, isn't it? That's the to be there. So we take the outer path. So next episode we're finally gonna go to the next area. Still right path, yes. And a couple more steps and we are in level 4. Once again, we have no map. So with that, I thank you once again very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We finally found the map, but there were no real exciting things left besides a couple of places with loot. So let's see what next episode brings. I mean, so far the levels have had very varied level design. I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen in level 4, but we'll discover that together next time. Bye bye.